It's here again. 168 hours of non-stop quality praise. It's here again. 247 Prep Show.
Hello guys, and you're welcome to another awesome episode of the 247 Prep Show. My name is Aderin Salah. I'm your host and I'm excited to be here to walk you all the way to 168 hours of non-stop quality praise 2024. This year, remember, like we told you already, it is not just 168 hours of praise regular, it is 168 hours of praise plus. Let's call it 168 plus. All right, there's so much that goes on during 168 hours of praise. You come into the auditorium and you see the beautiful people singing, the lead singer, the backup, and then you see the band, the church auditorium. You're watching from home and you're like, oh, so nice. You tap into all of that. Trust me, there's a whole world of people making all of these things happen behind the scenes. So, on this particular episode, I will be speaking with a representative from the hospitality unit, a representative from the sanitation unit, and a representative from the duty managers unit. You might be wondering, what are all these things? I mean, are we not just here to sing, praise God, dance and worship? But trust me, there's a lot that goes on. I will not say too much because I have the stakeholders here who will do justice to all of your questions. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
247 Prep Show.
So we have here in the studio on the 247 Prep Show for the first time, I think, the head of hospitality unit for 168 Hours of Praise. By default, this is the women president, TKP, the women's unit, TKP Women Ministry handles hospitality. But you know what? It's not my information to give. That's why I've brought into the studio Mrs. Adebunmi Adebimpe, mother to Adebimpe. Right, thank you for coming, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
You look gorgeous, by the way. I love your
Thank
book. I'm
you.
going to take it after.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank God it's one size fits all. All these
I know,
books, right? Okay, so hospitality unit for 168 Hours of Praise. I have worked there, but I'm going to act like I don't know anything today. All right. So what's hospitality unit? Someone out there who's never been to the King's Palace, someone who's never been to 168 Hours of Praise physically wants to know about hospitality unit, So just give us a brief overview.
Yeah, hospitality unit is one of the units of the church where we take care of the entertainment part of it, like feeding
Okay.
and all the stuff during activity, but most importantly during 168,
Okay.
where we have people eating 24/7 from day one to the last day.
Really?
You walk in there, you have something to eat 24 hours of the day. We don't want people to be distracted when they want to come praise
Come and
the
praise.
God,
Okay, so you don't want them to I would have loved to praise, but I'm
But
hungry.
I'm hungry. I need to run to
home.
Walmart. I need to run to
Oh.
McDonald's.
Gotcha.
Just
Makes
step
sense.
back and eat. Come back right back to church.
Wow, I like that vision, and it makes a lot of sense. It just tells you that a lot of thought is being put into, all of this.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that hospitality did not start this last
No.
episode, Do you know for how many years this has been going on?
Well, to my understanding, this had been going on since the inception of these hours of praise. I think
Okay.
they just started with 70 hours. I'm not really sure.
72. Go and watch the episode. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
So since then, they've been having it, year after year. And I took over from Sister Bukiage.
Okay.
She's the one that handed over to me as the women president. She did a great job too. And she helped us with the template.
Okay. All right, great. So 168 hours plus 2024. I want to ask you, you know what, before I get to 168 hours plus, I still need more information. I'm going to ask a question about how you run the team. There's food, but food will not serve itself. It will not cook itself. What has happened over the years? Do you have a bigger space now? Was it smaller last year? Do you have a larger team? Are there more volunteers now? Are you working midnight shifts? Are you cooking here or there? What are the things that have developed over the years? Like, how have you grown?
Yeah, over the years, God has really, really helped us. We moved from people, or we ordering food for people bringing food, to a place where we have somebody cooking. Like,
Wow.
they are in the kitchen cooking the food and sending to us.
Wow.
And to God be the glory. This year was, I mean, the last year was even better. Like I said, it keep getting better year after year. With the help of Mommy Shade, she really created a space for us.
And like our own kitchen.
Yes.
Wow.
There was a storage where we kept our stuff.
Wow.
People cooking. There was space for them where to sleep if they are tired. Everything well taken care of. I want to say thank you to her and the whole church for making that space for us.
Wow.
So we have people in the kitchen cooking. We have another set of people picking. Their own assignment is just to pick up the food at the given time, because we have our menu, we have our time slot for everything.
It's coordinated.
So, very well coordinated. Like I said, it's getting better by the year. Year after year, and we are still looking forward to 2024. It's gonna be greater
because it's 168 hours plus. So 2024, what are you bringing to the table? Hospitality, tell us.
Yeah, like I was just talking about it now. With us planning, people picking up food, their assignment is just to pick up, and we have people managing the floor. Like during the daytime, Sister Temi Oredeko manages the daytime, making sure menu is being followed, making sure food are ready according to the time that we give people, that it will be ready.
Lunch is this
making sure everything just goes very well. Food is finishing, contacting them in the kitchen and all the stuff. We have another person managing the schedule. Her name is Sister Tomisin Oluwole. She did a great job on that. She manages who is on the schedule, who is supposed to be here, volunteer, people that have signed up, because you sign up for hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. Some people do 12 hours.
Wow.
Some just take a nap and continue.
Are they paid?
Oh, no.
Volunteers.
No. Volunteers. We had only about 1 or 2 people paid. Yeah, but most our women all volunteer.
Wow.
They are doing a great
amazing,
great job.
No wonder God is blessing people in this church, because I really see how people put their hearts into all of these things.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
So this year maybe we are going to be eating what now? Calamari.
We will not want to disclose that now.
Caviar. We're going to be premium steak.
And let's wait for that time. It's
Okay.
gonna be 168 plus.
So we cannot wait to have hospitality giving us the plus. And of course, you want more volunteers. Do you want more people to come join, or you have your team? Like, this is my team.
We from the time I took over, we've done 168 now.
Under your
under my
presidency, by the grace of God.
Yes.
Right.
And we are looking forward to 2024. It's getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
The church is getting bigger to the glory of God.
Yes.
People come all over now to join 168. So 168 is way above TKP. It's now worldwide.
It's a spiritual carnival.
I know, right? So we are looking forward to even more, expanding more, cooking more, taking care of more people. And I want to say something. Use this opportunity to say something.
Please go ahead.
This year we started. I collected a check of 6,500 from church to start getting ready, preparing, buying stuff. And from that 6,500 that we collected, every morning, Mommy Shade, immediately she's waking up, she will call me. How are we? Do you need money? Are you okay? Mommy, we are fine. Because the revelation I got for this time was not to look into the pot. And to God be the glory. Every second, without preempting people, without announcing, without anything, when need arises for us to buy anything in the kitchen, somebody will just come, we just want to support our hospitality. They will just drop money.
I love this church.
Every blessed day. I mean, for the 7 days, Mom Shade will call. Are you sure? I heard you went to the market yesterday. Say, yes, Mommy, we are fine. Mommy, we are fine. And I can tell you till the last day,
5 loaves of bread.
Exactly. Exactly.
Five loaves
And
of bread
I
and two
believe
fish.
God is still doing miracles and He's doing it in our
Multiplication.
midst.
And they had 12 baskets after.
I tell you, we have excess too at the end.
Wow, I can testify
God
to
be the
that. To
glory.
God be the glory. That is definitely. I have multiplication. Oh,
Amen.
multiplication this year. That's the plus. It's gonna multiply like that. You know,
Amen.
we'll probably
Amen.
have what's it called? What's body bearers? We'll probably have them distribute food.
Oh yeah, I
after
need to do
this
that to
year.
them too.
Maybe that's the hospitality.
Mhm.
Maybe that's the hospitality plus. I'm giving you ideas.
Oh,
Say
thank you.
afterwards,
Thank
or you say we have stuff to give away
know,
after feeding
right?
people for 24
Raw material, right?
raw material, food, and all of that. So if someone is not a member of TKP, can they volunteer?
Absolutely.
Okay, amazing,
Absolutely.
amazing. So you heard
Well,
it.
they just need to sign up, give us the hours that they will be
Okay.
available so that we can follow up on that because we don't want the kitchen to be clogged up. When we are too many there, we
Overwhelmed.
advise people
Okay.
to come to the church, worship their own God,
Okay.
so that we don't just be the matter ministry, you know.
And I know also that there were like screens back there, so it's not like when you are
Yeah.
eating or when you're serving, you miss out on
Yeah,
the
we're not
168
missing
hours
anything.
of praise. Wow, thank you so much. That's a lot of information. You know, I'm so happy to, I've heard a lot of that from you, even things that I didn't know, despite the fact that, I did some work with the team. So thank you.
Thank you.
And we hope that when we call you towards 168 hours of praise 2024, you will come and give us more information and tell us how it's gonna go this year. Alrighty, we'll be right back.
247 Prep Show.
All right. We have in the building my own brother. This is Minister Pastor. You don't want titles. I knew he was gonna say that. So this is Brother Dayogule.
Thank you.
And he's here in the capacity of is representing, right?
Yeah.
Representing the head of sanitation.
Yes.
Wow. So thank you so much for coming. I know that you squeezed time out and to get all of you on board, it's like a miracle. Thank you so much for making time. Alrighty. So sanitation, that's a big one. And I'd say that because everybody sees the choir, sees this media and everything. But a lot of times, if I didn't know you, it's like you people don't exist. Like we don't see you, but we see what you do. So I'd just like to ask you, sanitation, what is that thing, or what's the sanitation unit? Can you just tell us what you do, the sanitation unit for 168 hours of praise?
Well, sanitation for 168 hours of praise, let me say before 168 hours of praise or after 168 hours of praise, is we take care of the environment.
Okay.
And also maintain the bathrooms at all times.
Wow.
To make sure that everywhere is clean.
Okay.
And if there's any accident, we'll be able to take care of it in time.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is an all year round unit. Wow. Amazing. It's good to know because see, some of us just I'm going to use the bathroom, or the powder room, but everybody we just go. We don't know how to get
it. It's one
to
of
it.
those things that people that comes around is a quiet place that needs a lot of attention, and it's a place that gives people a kind of comfort. And you can't control what happens there. You can only manage it.
That's another deep one. You cannot control what happens there.
Because different kind of people go.
We're talking about the bathroom now, right?
Even in the environment, you can't control what happens there, but you can only manage it.
Wow.
What I mean is that sometimes people come around the premises, they know the right place to drop the refuse.
However, humans are humans.
Yes.
I get what you're not saying. So, it's amazing because if you come into this environment, you don't see it and say, why is trash lying around? But that's not because people don't make the trash or there's no trash or people don't make a mess. But it's because there are people like you and the rest of the team that put in energy to make sure that we don't see it. That's why I said it's like people are invisible.
Well, I think I came in like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And when I came in meeting with the pastor, and it was an opportunity. Okay, why do you think you want to serve? I think I prefer to serve in the sanitation.
Why did you? Can I ask that personal question? Why would you?
I just prefer a place that is required. I mean, I don't want to be seen. Even trying to bring me here now. It takes
Now
a
you're
lot.
saying, I know how we got here. I know how we got here, but let's not talk about
It
it.
took a lot, but I have to
Yeah,
just do it because it's a duty
right.
that everybody wants to
Mm.
avoid, but someone has to do
Do
it.
it right. So wow, it's humbling because I mean it's not to say that other units are no, there's nothing wrong,
No,
Everyone is giving their best, volunteering, being the best that they can be. But I give special kudos to your team, and I just want to say well done. So
thank you so much. It's a thing that we are not just doing it by being part of it. We are being committed to it, and the team has been working very well
okay.
with the prayers. I think when I started, I think I was the only um, me. I can see myself, but
Oh yeah.
thank God for the last 168 hours. We
Okay.
saw we got a lot of men coming in.
Nice.
Men were able to the men groups and the pastoral, even from other departments,
Oh
choose to
wow.
be part of their own team and also came
Okay, like to double, like
to
okay, I'll
double
work here
our work here
as
for
an
you.
usher, but tomorrow or maybe
The
once I
next,
clock out,
they just decided, okay, the time I don't have a duty to do in my own department.
I'll offer.
I was for myself.
Oh wow,
So it was a
nice,
very good experience having so
nice.
much hand
Mm,
to be able to help us
wow,
at that time.
must have been relieving because if prior to that you didn't have as many people, was the work overwhelming?
It wasn't well. It was yes, it was overwhelming, but with the strength of God and people that are around,
Okay,
we were able to achieve a lot.
wow, that's amazing. So like, how many hours do you work for? If like, do you have duty slots? Do you drop schedules or?
Yes, I thank God to Sister Shola Bola because
Okay,
before the 168 hours,
okay,
they called in for volunteers
okay, yeah.
and they were able to pick up. They pick their own time and the hours they want to spend, the numbers of days, and also we give a room that in case issue comes up and they couldn't attend, somebody's always there
Mm.
to step in for them.
Wow,
Mhm,
that's amazing.
mhm.
We appreciate everyone, and I like that people are accountable. Like if you're not able to,
Yeah.
so it's not like the toilet to suffer for 6 hours just
And the
because.
good thing about it is that everybody is committed because before the 168 hours, we came together to see, okay, what can we do to make it different? We came in to clean up the church. And apart from that, we from our own team decided that, okay, what else can we do to support it? So part of the people that came from the team for volunteers that have
Mhm.
been also make their own separate
Yeah.
contribution
Oh wow,
for the 168
hours
hours.
of praise.
Yeah.
Wow. So speaking about contribution, cleaning, you don't just use water or mops.
Well,
You have supplies. I know
exactly.
that you have supplies. So do you get supplies especially for 168 hours of praise because it's like a
Oh
back to
yes, the
back
church
thing?
has dedicated because they would ask the Sister Bimbo to bring out a list of what we need,
Okay.
and also Mommy Coach
Okay.
always made available of the gloves, the sanitation,
Wow. God bless everyone.
and she has this last season. She made us sure that okay, everything we need we have it at the front of the
Wow.
front the door,
Wow.
making it so easy for us to move around.
Wow. So even the middle of the night, like there are people here doing
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Why God no go bless
Even
us
that
now?
we this last season, the first person that came up with the first department that came up to support us is the children's department. Mommy Shadi did
Mommy
a lot.
Shade again.
Yeah, she did a lot of
Again.
work and make sure that we even brought someone to support
Wow.
us, and the person was even staying in house
Wow.
to make sure that
Everything. Like
was-
even if the volunteers haven't gotten to church yet,
at
there's
any
someone
at
on
any
ground.
yes, the person's on ground.
That's like this is like a whole company.
Mhm.
Like people need to come to TKP and study company management. Like how do you run your company? Do you agree with me? Because
Yeah, because a lot is being done to make
yeah.
sure that, and another thing that the church did that make it more easy is because apart from cleaning up the premises, cleaning up the church, they make sure that people that comes to pick up the dump trash comes. I think they increased it to like twice,
Oh, okay.
so the place was not so jam packed.
Oh, nice. So that was that a new development last year?
That was a new development.
Great.
I
So
think they came 3 times in a week.
Wow. So this,
for that period. Three
Okay.
times, yes. They came 3
this
times.
shows that, we don't sit down and say, all right, we did it last year, let's do
No,
it
there
again.
was a great improvement.
So that means that this year, 168 hours plus, there's
Wow.
gonna be
And
there's
you-
gonna be improvements,
Well,
right?
A great one.
Wow, maybe
great
we're
one.
gonna see robots or something.
No, well, it's going to be more volunteers.
More volunteers.
And
Okay.
people that are more committed to it, because
Mm.
everything is about being committed to it.
Right.
And those periods, I was so impressed because at the point, even when I make myself available, the whole place has been clean. There's a particular person that the church always pay to come around to clean up. He has assistant. The work, because the job is always overwhelmed.
Okay.
So he has a lot of support during
Wow.
those periods.
Okay, that's amazing. Because I mean, I want to ask, like, okay, I want to volunteer to clean, but what if I don't know how to clean properly? What if I'm not smart with it? What if I'm just learning how to hold mop stick? Because this day and age, everybody just puts like that robot on the floor in their house. So some people have not swept in the longest.
There's no way the robot can do the work.
So do you train people like?
Well, I think people are just committed. Anybody that wants to volunteer for cleaning knows
Already
what
knows
to do.
what to do, the ABCs of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and apart from that, we also do have time that we come together to pray and also tell people what is expected. Sometimes when you're in sanitation, you don't know what goes down there. Number one, you have to be very patient. After you clean up in the field, next minute you just see something messy. Even during the period that you're doing it,
Someone
something
else
else
is messing
wasn't
something
happening.
up. Right.
So you just have to be more patient because those are the things that we make sure that to let them know how it works,
Okay.
what you don't expect, or something that you don't feel that is right. And we have to overlook a lot of things.
Wow.
To make sure that things are done.
That's it. That's the
and
whole
I have to
level.
thank God because during those few times that we have been doing 168 hours, we have not had any issue of confrontation. Sometimes.
Glory to God. Yeah, because I can imagine, like, that's what I said, it's like a silent unit. Like, you guys move, we see the effect of everything, but we don't see you. Once in a while, you might just see someone with gloves pass by.
Mhm.
That's when you know, oh, there are actually people cleaning this thing. Because you just get the, smells nice, looks good. You really don't know. It's like invisible people are doing it. So this is to say thank you on behalf of all of us that have gone to pee, to use the mirrors, to wash our hands, to do the big one, during 168 hours of prayer, to touch up your powder, to do whatever. We want to say thank you. To drive in, not stones and chairs and trash on the road, to have a conducive environment. We want to say thank you very much. Yes, and we want to call on more volunteers this year. People. I think people can do two
Yeah,
departments.
the people do 2 or 3 because they feel that, this is a place I want to serve. And I was so amazed. A lot of people did pastoral, even people I didn't expect to be part of the team came. And the good thing about it is that at the group, we have a group that we always chat to update people, or this is the time. And if anybody's calling in, I always
Calling out, right?
Calling out, they always have someone
To back up.
to back up.
Wow, that's really good. That's amazing. That's enlightening for me. I probably would volunteer a few hours in
You're
sanitation,
welcome.
but because it's plus, maybe my own personal plus should be working in every department. 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. I should think about it. So thank you so much,
Thank
Brother
you very much.
Dayo.
Thank you.
We look forward to a fruitful 168 hours plus by the special grace of God.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
247 Prep Show.
Welcome back. With me in the studio is the one, the only, I like to call him to the left, to the right, Mr. Minister, Pastor, Brother, Inka Famuyo.
I'm just a brother.
You're just a brother. All
you.
right.
Yeah,
So
very
thank you
good.
so much for coming.
Thank you.
I mean, I know it's really tough to get everyone in the studio, so I feel so blessed today to have everybody coming. So I know that last year you worked as you led the duty manager team.
That's right.
So someone like me, I don't really know what duty managers do. So someone out there wants to know about duty managers for 168 hours of praise.
Right.
Can you just give us a little insight into what duty managers do during 168 hours of praise?
Awesome. Thank you for this opportunity. Pretty much a duty manager for 168 hours of praise as the name implies, duty. This is an event where we are here for worship experience. So a duty manager is that person that see to the smooth running of the event of that day for a particular period of time, because they're not going to be there throughout all the 7 days. So we have a schedule.
Okay.
We have pretty much 6 hours blocked of schedule for duty managers.
Wow.
And if I may throw in, it's not just duty manager; it's also what we call the choir directors.
Oh, so
for
you
each session.
work. So if you're a duty manager, kind of like you're doubling as a choir director.
So a duty manager. Okay, so let me differentiate.
Break it down.
Okay, so
Break it down.
let me start with the choir director. I would say the choir director is more like the manager,
Okay.
and the duty manager is, when I say my general manager, let me use that word.
Okay. I
General
like the
manager.
sound of that.
Yeah. While the duty manager, reports to the choir director pretty much.
Okay.
Working, the duty manager does most of the running around, if I may put it that way.
Okay.
Because that for a choir director, he or she sees to it and make sure that, say the technical part of
Okay.
the event. For instance, a duty manager cannot, make the call for, say,
Backup.
the backup singers.
Okay.
Duty manager, a choir director will know who the good tenor is, who the good alto is, and be able to change
The
things.
singing schedule and all of
Exactly.
that, right?
That's the work of the choir director. But
Okay.
the duty manager does most of the running around, in the background, so to speak. For
Okay.
instance, like making sure that the next person that is to minister is on his way, on our way.
Okay.
That I would say,
Okay.
duty manager does most of the running around, while the choir director is
It's like the
in-house,
GM,
right?
in-house,
The GM,
right.
in-house,
Okay.
all the time.
Right. So during 160 Days of Praise last year, I noticed that there were some people, I guess, that you confirmed to me now that would, once you get off stage, they are wiping microphones with disinfectants, they are mopping up the stage and cleaning. For those of you who know that thing, the 160 thing is rolling in your screen. There's some other things going on. It's a secret I just gave you. Cleaning up and mopping up and wiping the stage. So are those the duty managers?
Yes, most of the
Okay,
time
wow.
those are duty managers. Of course, that does not, mean that the choir director, say for instance, maybe duty manager is trying to call one of the minister that is coming up next, and at that point in time, there is need for us to wipe down the mic, and it's the choir director that's there. So definitely the choir director,
You just
picks
get
it
to
up.
it.
Oh yeah. So
All
they
right.
pretty much work together,
Hand in
hand.
Yeah. Well, all I'm seeing in my head is just that backstage, that corner.
Yes,
There's a
yes,
lot that's
yes.
going on. So most people that don't look there come into the sanctuary, dance, have a good time, But if you go to the left and look to the corner, it's like powerhouse.
Yes.
There's a
yes,
whole
that's
lot going on.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
salute you all that work there. So
Yes.
speaking about you all, how do you put the team together? How does the team come together? Is it that you have duty managers in church like all through the year, or you have this season 168 Hours of Praise, you call for volunteers and say, hey guys, you want to be a duty manager, or you have trainers say go to 5 weeks training school to be a manager. Just give us an insight on how the team comes together.
So each year we tend to start having meetings, and one of the things that comes up is the volunteers. So definitely we call for volunteers, people that are really, they have the heart to serve. Because really it's all about serving.
Yes,
Of course, you must be a child of God.
Right.
So we call for volunteers, and of course there have been brothers and sisters that we've been using over the years, and they are still with us.
How long have you been doing that?
Well, we've been pretty much, I would say, like 4 years.
Wow.
Since the season started.
Wow.
Of course, along the line, Pastor came up with the fact that like initially, Pastor Oranti was doing a whole lot of work. But then Pastor came up with the idea that why don't we have different choir directors
like a
for
support,
sessions, for different sessions, so that you're not bogged down. And then that's why we had to schedule it down. Of course, it's a long period of time.
Wow.
So we had to schedule, make sure that we have schedules, for different people.
For 160, 24/7 days.
Oh yes. So we have schedule. So we call for people to volunteer, and like this last one that we did, we had more volunteers. A whole lot.
Oh, nice.
I
Than
would
the
say
previous
like
year.
37, 38, about, duty
People.
managers.
Wow.
And but for choir director, we're like just 12.
Because that one is
Choir
quite
directors.
sensitive. It's
Oh
not
yes,
just.
oh yes, yes. For different, we
Wow.
have blocks. Choir directors, they have more hours,
Sure.
for them to do, like 12 hours. We don't want to do more than that per session.
Wow.
Maybe less, or but at least.
I mean,
But
thank
for
God
duty
for
managers, 6 hours.
thank God for units like hospitality, so when they are serving, they can go there and eat, and
Mhm.
because it's how people dedicate and commit
Mhm.
and give so much passionately,
Oh, yes.
because we
Very
see the
passionate.
energy. That's why I had to ask, and I'm going to ask you to ask the head of hospitality: do you pay your duty managers?
Well, indirectly, God pays them.
Nice answer.
But initially, when earlier, like last year, I think, or 2 years ago, pastor will have a meeting, and then we'll like give them a little stipend.
Yeah.
So we did that for some year, but this last year we didn't really do that. So they're
So
not
it's
paying.
not
They're just
payment, it's
they're just
pastor
and even
feeling
even the
thankful
money
for
that
it.
was given. That's what we always say, that this is not, we're not paying you, we're
Paying.
just appreciating you. That's all.
Right.
Because nobody can pay for that. That hours.
Yeah.
No, nobody can pay
Yeah,
that.
because people
It's
leave
just
their
the
work.
heart. Exactly.
People, I mean, 6
So
hours. If you
passionate.
go and work for 6 hours and you're earning so amount,
Exactly.
you know how much. So,
Exactly.
but
It's the
in the
passion.
presence of God,
Mhm.
that amount can. I mean, you can step out of that place
Oh,
and
yes.
multiply.
That blessing.
I just keep saying multiplication.
You know,
This year, is the year of multiplication.
That's it. This is the year of multiplication.
Multiplication, right? So this year, do you think there's anything that you can do to up the ante? Like maybe there are gaps. Maybe not. I mean, nothing is perfect, but because this year is 168 hours
Oh,
plus,
yeah,
I'm sure you know that.
Definitely.
Every
Step it up.
department, everyone is stepping it up.
That's right.
247 Prep Show is stepping it up.
Yes.
Everybody's stepping up. So,
That's right.
what's that thing that you think, do you have it yet? Because sometimes you need to wait for God to reveal it. But let me just ask, do you have it yet? That thing that, the duty managers are going to do differently or additionally
Mhm.
that would make it plus for you
Plus.
guys?
Well, as you all know, things don't remain the same.
Never.
We learn every day, we're progressive, we're dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dynamic. That's the word.
Yes. So one thing that came to my mind, because things do happen during each shift. Okay.
Mm.
So before we used to say, okay, have a notebook with you and take note of whatever
You all are so
is going on.
serious.
Yeah, very serious. Take note of everything and then pass it on to the next person.
So they know what happened.
Exactly. But what I'm thinking that came to my mind is, now we can have an iPad, that of course it's not that everybody will go with
Yeah.
but one singular iPad, so that after each session the iPad will be passed on to the next person.
Okay, so the
So-
person sees like the report on the
so,
portal or something.
Exact. So that's where I'm coming to. So we can create, like, say for instance, like a Google Sheet. With Google Sheet, whatever you update is
Same.
real time.
Real time, yes.
So what I'm thinking is that, okay, we can have that. We'll create it in such a way that when there's something that needs to be attended to, that person will enter it in, and
then
it will be
anybody can
updated.
pick it up.
Exactly. And it's not just the duty, because one thing that I didn't even mention is one of the role of duty manager is that we're liaising with different departments.
Okay.
Media is our big customer, right?
Exactly. I love how it's run like a whole company.
Oh yes, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So for instance, media will have access to that particular Google Sheet.
Or whatever
Exactly.
it is that
So by the time we put in the information, media is seeing it. Sanitation, if it's something that has to do with sanitation, they're seeing it. If it has to do with feeding,
wow.
they're seeing.
That's
something
nice.
that I'm thinking.
I mean, if you work in, like, people say corporate America,
Mhm.
or corporate Nigeria, corporate wherever,
Mhm.
those are the tools that make work
Definitely.
easier. SharePoint,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
a
right.
smart sheet where.
Mhm.
So it's nice to know that yes, we are praising,
Mhm.
but we're not taking the quality for
That's right.
granted.
That's right.
And I must commend you and your team. I
Thank
must
you.
commend everyone that's volunteering. So when they call for volunteers this year, please come and join the duty managers.
Yes.
Abi, you should come.
It's the
Abi.
place to be.
It's the place to be.
To be
Yes.
rewarded,
To be rewarded.
by God.
It's like God is doing many things. Since 168, you've been
Yes.
saying reward.
Mhm.
It's like I'm going to shift
And
to your.
reward multiplication. multiply reward.
Hospitality, ma, miss me this year. It's like there's giveaway happening in building
Yes,
managers
yes,
unit, So that's so amazing to hear. I'm very grateful to
Thank
you.
you, thank
I'm
you.
thankful on behalf of
Thank
those
you.
that have learned a thing or two today.
Thank
We
you.
say thank you for sharing all of that
Appreciate it.
information.
Thank you so
We
much.
look forward to all that energy again this
Yes,
year. We know that
yes.
by the special grace of God, you'll be empowered to do more.
Amen, amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, wow. That was so informative. So much information. I didn't even know a lot of these things, prior to sitting down and talking to some of my guests. Anyway, what department are you joining? Are you volunteering to join sanitation? Are you going to volunteer to be a part of hospitality? Or are you going to be a duty manager during the 2024 168 Hours of Praise? Plus, plus, plus. Okay, I'm excited about the plus. Personally, I think I'm going to be in every unit. Like I'm going to be 6 hours here, 2 hours there, 4 hours. Because all I keep hearing is rewards, rewards, rewards. And I'm like, let this bus not pass me by, So I would encourage you to also volunteer. You do not have to be a member of the church. Of course, be a member of our church. We really like to have you. But even if you're not a member of the church, you can be a part of 168 Hours of Praise this year as a volunteer. And of course, if you are not within the Katy area or the Houston area, if you cannot fly down or drive down, and you feel like I still want to tap into all of this beyond just watching my screen and praising God and getting blessed, the information is on your screen right now. The information is showing on your screen. Just go there, sow a seed, become a partner, and you can give specifically to the department or units that you want to tap into. Because I know that some people do things like my seed, I'm sowing it into sanitation because I want God to clean out some mess in my life. I'm not being funny now. You can actually do that. Hospitality, they're feeding people. I want to donate specifically to that because there's a need in my life that I want God to meet. So that's okay for you to do that. Just go to the website, become a partner, be financially involved, be physically involved, be involved in every way that you can, because 168 Hours of Praise 2024, we're going all the way up, and it is plus, plus, plus. There's many more units that we are going to meet. There's the band, there's the music, of course, we know those ones. Security, yes. There's protocol. There's so many things happening behind the scenes, guys. You don't want to just come in here and just do business as usual this year. Let your plus be the volunteering that you do. Until next time on the 247 Prep Show, I remain your host, Adering Sola, and I'll see you next time by the special grace of God. Remain blessed. Bye.